bring the bow this year again.
I might also.
It's just fun.
More of a challenge.
It's challenging enough. I'm not ready for that level
Your
of
last
challenge
one
yet.
was pretty unchallenging.
The one that you
The
were
guide
with, that was
set
not
up
challenging.
pretty good. I remember talking to you and you're like, if Eric doesn't get one, I'll be surprised.
I remember saying to you, I think I got one. It's like laying there dead.
Hey, the OKS Hunter's going live. Chicken cock match time. What the hell is that?
It's kind of like chicken or go, but it's all go. We just have to reference the chicken.
I'll go no cock.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're live.
OKS Hunter Podcast. Never pass on shooter bucks, if that's just meat in the freezer. It's your tag, you hunt how you want. This is OKS Hunter.
I think this is right.
This is chicken cock.
We're gonna pour this stuff. I don't know. I was at there's a gas station.
Yeah, give us the origin story of when.
Very short story. There's a gas station near work. I walk there to get lunch sometimes. I call it the bougie gas station. It's very fancy. Like, it's got really good cuts of meat and it's in Delafield. I don't know. And their bourbon selection is like more legit than most liquor stores. I think the owner just really loves bourbon. So I'm looking around because we're like pretty low in here. I don't think we have much. And I was like, should probably get some. I was like, oh, Matt's going to be here tonight. Probably talking turkeys. What can I find? Nothing. I found something called Redemption. I was like, that looks kind of neat, but I feel like drinking Redemption before I even go to hunt is going to be a bad omen.
We'll save that for Saturday night.
So, like, I'll buy that bottle later. But this one's called Chicken Cock, the famous old brand, aged 8 years, double oak Kentucky whiskey. So it's probably like a known.
Kind of looks like a
booze.
shot pattern on the back.
It kind of does.
Shattered. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's,
Might be a rifle bullet, but
what is this? I'm
Hey,
trying not
do
to
it.
spill it. 92
whatever makes your
proof.
meatloaf.
Whatever makes your meatloaf. That was a good band.
Great band.
What was that song that they were known for most? Meatloaf. I don't remember.
Oh God.
Crickets.
This is
Oh,
gonna
I'm
drive
spilling
me
bourbon
crazy.
on my legs. So this is called Chicken Cock Double Oak, and it's the closest thing I could find that felt like a bird. It's like a turkey. Because some people call them thunder chickens. I think that's offensive to people that care a lot about turkeys.
Oh, I think we offended people who care a lot about turkeys enough last week.
I think you're right about that.
Paul is
Paul's crying.
poor Paul. I
But,
feel
but like
we're-
turkeys really do mean a lot to Paul.
Yeah.
And I understand. It's like what actually changed his life. So he's got a deep, deep respect. Probably the same reverence we have towards whitetails.
probably more.
Yeah, probably more, but that level. And so we're tonight calling it Chicken Cock. I don't know what the hell that means. I guess I could just read.
We should live our cocks up
Cheers.
to this guy.
Let's go shoot some chicken. It's
Glad-
92, it's 92 proof.
I'm glad we could make that intro super awkward for everybody.
Well, let's see what it says. Hold on.
So
We're
we're
not,
good
we're not- we're not ready yet here. Ever since we first started making whiskey in 1856,
That was a while ago.
A couple of years.
that's pre-prohibition, the barrel has reigned supreme. We start right at the beginning, selecting each tree that will be harvested to create the best barrel possible for a batch of our award-winning whiskey. Bullshit.
No,
You-
chicken cock.
That tree ain't going to cut it. We're going to cut that one. How do you know? Okay, but fine. Let's
These
just
guys
pretend
know.
they do.
They know.
For our double oak,
We do that for turkey calls.
you pick the tree?
Mhm.
I'm going to backhand you for that. We re-barreled our Kentucky whiskey in new American oak barrels from West Virginia for an additional year to highlight the importance of our barrels to our, but nothing about the name. The perfect marriage of age and wood. Okay, so we're not going to talk. We're just not going to talk about why it's called Chicken Cock.
The key to any
Since
successful
18
marriage.
Since the 1800s. All right. Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Free women's suffrage too, by the way.
Hey, he's picking out trees for the calls. I mean, the hunter picks out the perfect tree for the kill.
Mhm.
Classic tree selection.
Classic trees. Well, you know who does do that is also Matt Morse with
Boyer.
Boyer
Mhm.
podcast. But I think it's based on like the wood type
It's definitely
more than like that tree ain't gonna make the cut for our barrel. We have to have an arborist on staff to make whiskey.
is it like what what qualifies it? Do they do
That's what
like
I'm
a
wondering.
sniff test? Like you cut away the bark and like, ooh, that's got chicken cock written all over it.
No, look, someone really subscribed. They inscribed it on the tree right there. It says it.
This is the one. Tommy, take it down. We got a lot to learn.
If someone in the listening audience or whatever you guys are called that listen to this show, bunch of chicken cocks, want to tell us what the hell this means?
They've all just signed off.
Like, God, we're out. Eric's he's gone off the rails. Anyway, Matt, welcome to the show, buddy. How are you doing?
Doing good.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
I felt like I was going to do like a Family Guy voice, or it didn't happen. We're brought to you by Nosler. Go to nosler.com. Use code OHP for 20% off. Whitetail Country is hot to trot right now. I know we talked about Varmageddon. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say at the particular moment.
We're still good. We are going to pick a range day, as discussed last week.
Yes.
We're going to pick a day. We're all going to fling some lead with our rifles.
Me too.
Everybody.
Sweet.
We could probably go to the Vortex Edge place.
That would be badass.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I was thinking a gravel pit, but that would be a real step up.
We go to a gravel pit. We're bringing chicken cock. It's going to go well. We're going to go down the road. If anyone remembers, does anyone remember FPS Russia, the YouTuber? Am I the
You
only
talked
one?
about him before.
Oh, is the guy who
Was
shoots
he like-
guns all the time?
Is he like the first YouTuber that you like got hooked on or something?
Yeah, it was a big deal.
He blew the Ford Ranger door off when he like tannerated and almost knocked
He would like
himself
put
over.
guns in water buckets and be like, look, it's so huge. And like he had a tank at some point. So then I looked at this is like we're just gonna make rabbit holes. I want to have another podcast separate from anything hunting related. If I were to like
I think
retire,
that's this one.
if I were to retire, I want to make a podcast called, the MTV show or VH1 or whatever the fuck it was, where it's like, where are they now?
Yeah.
I want to do one synonymous with that of like, whatever happened to that. And it doesn't have to be a person. It could be like, whatever happened to that, like the DeLorean, or whatever happened to, I don't know, whatever happened to FPS Russia. There's a whole story. Dude, it gets complicated. His business partner got shot. There's some drugs involved.
Is there
But
a video?
at the end of the day, it ends up like saying like, well, he just got like, what's the federal agency that like controls guns?
ATF.
The
ATF.
ATF went in and like confiscated everything because he had a fucking like tiny bag of marijuana. And then like,
Was this based
He
in
got-
America,
he got-
just with Russia in the name, or was it based out of Russia?
dude is like purebred American, just Russian accent for funsies on YouTube.
Oh,
Not
okay.
Russian at all, but his Russian accent was damn good.
So straight
I'm
novelty
FPS Russia.
accent.
I'm FPS Russia. We're going to shoot the guns today.
Dude, I know
Like-
what happened to him. The Russians came. They were pissed.
So like it's very confusing as to what actually happened, but there's enough drama there. Be like, so whatever happened to the Ron Polo buck? Like that's been done, but it'd be something like that. I would love to just go down these journalistic rabbit holes. So whatever happened to your calls, man? Like what's going on?
What do you mean?
I don't know. That was not a good segue.
ATF confiscated them.
I got a lot of knives in here from Gerber. We got to use one just a little bit ago to open a box from Nosler.
And still, I carry mine.
Which one is that again?
I don't know this one.
That I
That chair
like
is so
that.
loud.
Wait,
I
it's okay.
apologize.
It's fine. Yeah, this one's got the nice bottle opener built into it,
And the
Oh.
scissors
and the scissors and the belt clip. We use this
at the trade show.
trade show. Yeah,
Let me see that puppy. I like that one.
Be careful with her.
I was taking pictures of him and I almost cut myself by looking at him. It's really not good that there's all these knives down here. It's like I feel like Gerber's just like, hey, this guy, we don't like him. Send him a bunch of knives. He's gonna cut himself.
Did they send you a pack of like 300 Band-Aids with the knives? Hey, we've seen you on the podcast. Complimentary
Oh,
Band-Aids.
We should have a Band-Aid brand. Band-Aid stuck on you. Whatever that
We've been using a
commercial is.
lot of Band-Aids at our house lately.
It's springtime. Kids are scraping knees
My
already.
son took a spill on the playground the other day, like our little swing set in the backyard. He was climbing up on the thing that I've told him not to climb on a lot of times, but we like to learn the hard way at our house. And he face dived off it, and his face broke his fall. Good thing he did. And he had a loose front tooth and knocked that sucker out.
Oh God!
Penny was up
So
there,
it looked
my
like a
daughter, and
total-
she's like, "Look, Gus!" And he split his chin open. He's spitting blood out. He's like, "Ah!" And he's like, "Oh, I got it, Dad." Good find,
It's like a
sweetheart.
scene from like Modern Family or
Yeah,
something.
just blood dripping out.
Oh my god!
A lot of Band-Aids on that one.
Holy cow!
Wasn't
No
good.
stitches?
Nah, it wasn't
Not
too
bad.
bad. I glued it up and
Oh boy! All right.
called it a day.
Road
Good
rash.
job.
Yeah.
Anyway, Matt Streim with Weathered Oaks custom. Wait, no, I fucked this up. Still, now I should know better.
It's Weathered Oaks game calls.
Why do I want to say custom?
Because they're super custom.
I feel like you make them pretty damn custom.
Well, they are custom, but the name would be about 13 feet long. So
you didn't have room in the website.
All right, so the abbreviated version is just Weathered Oaks,
it is.
and you're also the co-host of the OK Fisher podcast with Tubbs, who's traveling yet again for work. The poor bastard.
I think he's in Michigan.
He is. Grand Rapids or Grand Haven. One of the two. There's a Grand in there somewhere in Michigan.
Yep.
If there's a Grand, he'll find it.
Wish I could find a graph.
Yeah, same. Just picking it up. So tell us, I don't know, what's new, man? Like we didn't sell all of our calls, by the way, because we've done a shitty job of promoting them. We sold a handful at the trade show, the ones you made special.
Mhm.
I think the logo wasn't as cool as like the one that you got on your shirt that we did last year.
This one's epic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But we did sell 1 of 10 and 10 of 10 for sure.
Yeah, some gal wanted 10 out of 10, and
Then
someone else
posted-
wanted 1 of 1.
Posted a pretty cool video where it was like, the Dell's show was 10 out of 10.
Oh, did I miss that?
I don't
missed
know. I
that.
got tagged in it.
I didn't get tagged.
Aw.
Maybe people thought that was like the rating of the call. Like, ooh, can I get the 10 out of 10? That
I
one
want
sounds
the- I
better,
want the
right?
1 out of 10.
Ooh.
Ugh.
5 out of 10, not bad. Calling a stupid Jake with that one.
But you got, what's this one sitting here that you brought?
Yeah, it's a new one. I didn't get to show you guys. That's our mini this year. It's 3/4 of an inch smaller than the other one, and doesn't seem like much, but it literally took us a year and a half to fine tune it.
Which is hard to do. Like when you have,
Smaller chamber and everything. Yeah.
if I can do it, anybody can do it. That's kind of how I think about this. Probably
Oh,
not
boy.
going to do it right. Is
Get
this,
ready, get ready for the beep button.
It's turkey-ish. He's ready to kill.
My job
Now
is done.
now you just need a gun.
oops. She's a loud one.
She is a loud one.
Knock on wood. Pretty neat.
Yeah, you were saying that like for kids or anyone who has smaller hands, that's probably going to be way better than
Yeah,
the
we,
larger size that everybody makes.
we had a lot of people reach out for smaller, just like profile calls, and yeah, we still put the divot in there so you grab it, but it's small. I mean, almost fits in that glass.
And it sounds damn good. Carries really good volume for its size.
For the size, yeah. And
Mhm.
it's not like the pitch isn't off or anything. It still sounds like I'd expect a turkey call to sound like.
Yep, that's what took forever to figure out how to do that.
Well, yeah. How did it start out? Did it start out pretty like weird?
Gross.
Like what did it? You should have brought a bad one with you to.
Oh no, those are all destroyed.
It sound like.
It was really
Could have been the
echoey.
wrong tree.
If it made a yeet yeet sound,
I
you
didn't
could have pitched it to
sorry.
yee yee. Be like, hey guys, I'm trying to make these turkey calls, but all I do is say yee yee.
I say I smelt the trees and they just didn't work out right.
They weren't chicken cock trees.
No, it was a fun putzing around process. We probably took about 30 calls to get that to work out, 25 calls, and a lot of failures. But we did have,
You're like the Edison light bulb. Like you had to keep failing until you got to the one that worked.
and it worked. I think we only have like 4 left in stock, so they went over well.
How many did you sell?
I don't know. I'd have to look back. We made 25 of them as like a soft launch kind of thing.
That's
And
how you got it. That's how I like to do it.
yep, I think that's one of them for sale, and I think there's 3 others.
Okay.
4.
And you
Three or
test
four.
them all, hand test them all, right?
Yeah.
That's how you know it's legit.
I don't put them in a pack. They sound good.
And if you think about it, making 30 adjustments look like that, I mean, that's not a lot. That's not a big space. So you're
Nope.
making tiny little adjustments, trying to get it just right.
Mm-hmm.
You're picky. That's good.
Yeah, the wall of shame is huge at the house. All the calls that sound like crap go on my little mantle, on my turkey mount mantle. So
That's a good ball to have. Dustin, season's tomorrow, and Hoosier. Wait, how do you say that? Hoosier?
Hoosier.
Dropped in gear packed. Pin dropped, gear packed. Good luck, kids. Have fun.
Woo!
Good
Yeah.
luck to you.
Sounds good.
Calder, I see you're in the comments. Good to see you. I did get a note from Calder saying he's considering attending Foam Fest with the date having been moved up. There's a chance he could make it with his wife and
That
his
would be
kid,
badass.
I think daughter, if I'm not mistaken. So It sounds like I've had a few other notes like that from people. It sounds like the new date might. For anyone that listened to the show last week, they know what the date is. I have not announced it. It won't be till May 1st for Film Fest, but anyway.
I put it
Film
in
Fest is May 1st.
I'm sorry, announcing all the
August
9th.
9th.
I'm just. It's not going to like the event campaign website. Blah 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 isn't going to go live till May 1st.
Okay.
Probably not on May 1st. Just not at least until that point.
I'm not ready yet.
It won't be sooner than that.
It'll
might
be
be
after
later.
today for sure.
But before deer season.
Before August 9th, hopefully.
I forgot to mention, by the way.
Sometime between tomorrow and August 9th. To be clear. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. What you guys make more than turkey calls? I mean, this is a turkey episode by and large, but I just want to like lay the groundwork of all of the things you make with wood over there.
Yep, that was all my brother. Yeah, we make turkey calls primarily. We do grunt tubes, elk calls, and this year we also launched turkey fan holders, like mounts.
That's actually what I was, because you're a man who's taken a few turkeys in your day.
Couple, 2, 3.
What do you do with display? Because I mean, like anybody who's taken a number of turkeys, I would say 5 or more, like the fans, you just can't. Like,
I
you
throw
just
the
can't.
fans out.
You just can't. So like, what do you run in? Like, do you have like the bar, or you hook the beards, or what do you keep? And how are you doing it? What's your preferred method?
So I wish I had a picture of it. I probably do it on my phone somewhere.
Of the one that you guys are making?
No, not. I
Oh.
did one years ago. It looks like a little mantle where my wall of shame is. Put all my old junk calls on there. It's got a fan in the middle, and I shot one perfectly where there wasn't a lot of damage to the skull, so I had the skull Euro'd.
Oh, that's
and it's
cool.
sitting up right by the fan, and then underneath it's probably, I don't know, 3 foot. And I put the square mason nails in at diagonals, and I hang my beards off of little internal snap rings.
Oh, that's cool.
Mhm.
Heck yeah.
It's old barnwood.
You do anything with spurs?
They're all hanging on the elk shed in the garage.
Okay, cool. Nice.
I save usually one fan feather from each one. So
Very cool.
got a lot of fan feathers.
Yeah, because I mean, that's a problem you run into. I knew a guy who lived up in Ocano, and he lived for turkey. Like, that was his thing. He deer hunted, but he loved turkey. He'd buy all the tags he could get, and he would hunt every season if he could, and he would take like 4 birds a year. And I asked him, I was like, what are you doing with all, like the meat obviously goes, but what are you doing with it? He had a chest freezer full of fans.
Oh,
And I was like, what are you going to do with them? He's like, I don't know.
yeah, I have my biggest fan, like the widest. I don't know if that's even a measurement on a turkey, but the one that with the biggest fan I had.
Do you have a picture of this setup thing that you're talking about?
Let's make that a measurement. What was
Is it on your
How
website?
wide was he?
It's probably on my Instagram.
It's not on your website?
No, it's not on the website. Oh wait, of the mount itself?
Yeah.
I didn't know the mount that I use isn't that one.
Oh, so I
came
won't
out
find
with
it
this
at
year.
all.
No, maybe on my, like I said, maybe on my Instagram. But it's it's the widest fan I have, and then if I have a fan that I shoot wider, then I'll swap it out. It's
Sweet.
yeah, I don't. I'll find it for you.
Yeah, that's all right. You can start to get your phone out. You're like, oh fuck, I can't.
Yeah,
And you stand
there's
there awkwardly
there's
for
too
a while
many
scrolling through
things.
pictures.
Just too many things.
I hate that
going on.
awkward moment when that happens.
The one that got away. Yeah, he put his head up, started putting. Must have been 24, 25 inches wide. Big bastard.
I only shoot the 26-inch wide one.
looking for 26.
That's pretty great. That's the one that you guys. That's the one I got when I was with you.
Oh, that one.
That's
Nice.
it. It's the only fan I have. It does sound weird to say that.
Only fans.
It's the only fan I got right there.
I still talk about that hunt. I was 10 times more excited than you were.
You must, because you knew it was about to happen. I was like,
I think I got
Don't
him.
do this.
No, you smoked him. That was awesome.
I was like, is that what you're supposed to do? I wasn't sure.
The footage was really cool too.
Yeah, Keegan's he's a talented man.
Eh.
It depends what we're talking about, but the calling stuff is so. Also, you make grunt tubes, right? We didn't get through all
calls, that. Yeah,
elk calls. You make elk calls? No loon calls yet.
No, but I want to.
Now that I know they exist, that you mentioned that, no, I won't.
Yeah.
See what you can do, Streim.
We have grunt tubes that you made for us with the OKS Hunter branding. We still have a handful left of them. Like, there's not too many, but certainly not as many as when we started out. Why am I talking in such stupid ways?
What do you mean?
We don't have as many as when we did have them, but now there's less
We
of
had
them.
some. We have less now.
What is
Some of
going
them have
on?
left us.
I'm not trying to be cryptic. It's just my brain's not working well today.
Neither is mine, dude. I'm struggling.
You guys are just listening to like the end of the day. There's nothing left here. You can stop listening now.
Matt had an energy drink. He's got an advantage. That's performance enhancing drugs.
I should have had one of those.
And 2 beers, so that kind of even
Ooh,
itself out.
yeah.
so.
Okay.
So what I wanted to ask, because let's talk about turkey camp, because it's going to be a thing this year. Maybe it'll become a tradition. I'm not sure.
Let's make it a tradition.
I'm ready.
So we have period. Well, I mean, you guys might have other periods of times to hunt turkeys.
No one was going to say that.
We both thought it.
And-
But we didn't say it, Matt.
I knew what the you guys were thinking about. I was like, damn it.
Was it the shit-eating grin? Or
I'm not
was
trying
the
to put the ball on the tee every
the
time,
head
but
tilt?
it's
Go on.
period E, which is like the middle of May.
Yep.
All
Second
the
to
other
last.
times I've hunted turkey, I get the leftover tags. I get the very last one.
Memorial Day.
But when I was in our group chat being like, well, there's period E or period F or whatever the next one was, if that's the alphabet.
Carry the 2. Yeah. F.
So you guys like do that one. And then, but there's zone 1's sold out.
2 is. Zone 2 is
This
sold
is
out.
2.
Oh, yeah,
Zone
whatever.
1
Yeah.
wasn't.
Zone 2 where I live in this county is done. Like it's not. I was like, oh. But then I was like, well, zone 3 it hasn't open or like isn't sold out. And that's like the driftless area of Wisconsin. Right? That is one.
That's 1.
Fuck.
Sorry.
All right. I'll calm down. So we're hunting zone 1, period E,
Yes.
which is the drift list. Disregard whatever. Strike that from the record.
I don't know if I'm sure you did, but in the group chat, right? He's messaging. We're all.
Did I say it
at
all
work.
wrong?
It's a work day. No, you didn't.
Oh, I got it right then.
You
Good.
were making total sense, and you mentioned it, and I think within 3 minutes, I was like, I got one. So yep, we're doing it.
I got one. I was
We
like,
were pretty excited to do it.
yeah. So then I was like, oh wow, this is happening. And even Tyler, and like say even Tyler, because like he's got a busy life and
Yeah.
juggling all the stuff and whatever. So he's like, I think I could probably go too. I was like, oh wow, if Tyler can make it, like we're really into something now. It's not super common.
This is a real thing.
Yeah, like Tyler. I think the last thing he came to as a collective group was the
Deer drive.
the deer drive, and we were like, Tyler's coming. Most people are like, who's that guy? So now
Tyler, who?
we should see if Keegan's around. Actually, it'd be fun to have him along if he can make it.
Yeah.
It's like, what, May 16th or 17th, somewhere right in there.
I think that's the weekend, but yeah.
Which is what we're gonna do because
The
we
weekend,
have jobs.
the weekend before Memorial Day.
yeah, which is cool because I'm traveling Memorial Day. So I was saying in my head, I was saying, I'm not gonna be able to hunt because I'm gonna get the last stupid period. It's not gonna work. And so last time when we talked on the podcast a week ago, I was like, nah, probably won't be able to make it. Sound like Eeyore.
Oh.
Sure would be nice. Guess I can't. And now I'm like, you guys are all going to go. This is going to be a totally different experience. And we're going to an area that I don't think any of us have ever
No.
hunted,
Nope.
for, especially at least not for turkeys. I've deer hunted out there a bunch. I'm like, well, it's freaking cool. I have half a mind to go to Wyalusing and set up camp there. Like, let's go freaking kill some turkeys in Wyalusing State Park. Or there's lots of MFL and VPA and like public land out there. That could be neat. There's a lot along the river. The Wisconsin River that runs through Wisconsin, and the Mississippi is going the other.
I looked at that
perpendicular.
area a lot this spring just because I went to Iowa scouting, and I was like, well, maybe I should start looking just in Wisconsin just to go check those areas out in case I ever
Mhm.
want to go there. And I was checking out your spot in Wyalusing and just just looking on the maps, and there's more than I thought. There's a lot of property out there.
There's a lot, yeah, really there is, and we've not done a great job as a group because we're just gun hunting's pretty lazy.
Nothing wrong
I'm
with
not
that.
trying to work too hard during that weekend.
That property we can camp on right across the stream is public land too.
Right across the Streim or the stream.
Yes. The Streim ski.
So let's talk about that too. Who is it? Because he was on the OKS Fisher podcast as a guest. He bought a retail outdoor shop.
Yeah, it's Andy Nowak. He owns Rinke Brothers. It was used to be the big fishing fly tackle supply shop in, I think it was 35th and Greenfield down on the south side of Milwaukee. And he tells the whole story on our podcast, but long story short, he started up Rinky Brothers out in Ferryville. So we had him on the podcast, and it's a super small world. He graduated 2 years after me, 2 years before me, and his wife his wife's brother graduated with my brother
Oh wow.
in the same school. So it's like
Yeah.
it
Small
all
world.
came together real quick. So
And that's just an awesome location for does he do the fly thing still? Or is it mostly just
he runs the shop. He's got a construction company, and then he's a commercial fisherman. So he commercial catfishes.
I mean, obviously on the Mississippi, any kind of fishing, awesome, but also the driftless, really well known for the trout fishing.
Mhm.
In Wisconsin, that's like the area you go
Oh, yeah.
for fly fishing, especially.
Yep. We didn't fly fish. We used our walleye tackle and got stuck in trees, and yeah, it wasn't pretty, but
Did you caught something? Didn't you catch something?
I caught 2 fish. The first fish bit, and I set the hook like a muskie because I'm a muskie guy, and I like
Just ripped right out of its mouth.
I felt like I pulled half.
You're
of
never
his
gonna get
face
this.
off.
Never gonna get this.
2-inch head on there. That was nice.
Can't have that.
I was like, oh, I gotta set a little softer than that. But it was fun. It's like spotting and stalking, which I like
That's kind of cool.
on the fishing side
Yeah.
because I took a step on the shore, broke a little branch, and then you see a bunch of fish swim off, and you're like, oh,
Oh, there goes that.
Eeyore.
Oh,
Oh,
no fish here for me.
this spot's busted.
So he's got property out there
Mhm.
and a retail. We talked about like before we hit record. I need a shotgun. Like it's not even I need one. I don't have one.
Yeah.
I have one at my dad's. It's his. Mine. We're not really sure. I think it's actually his, but he'll let me use it. But it's
It's at his
at
house.
stuff. So like whatever. I should get my own.
yep, he sells guns there too.
So the thought is maybe I'll buy a gun at his shop to support local business from a guy we actually
Yeah.
have some knowledge. I don't know him yet, but you guys do.
Yep.
So
And if you want to, there's a couple of weathered oak skulls up there too.
what are you trying to say? I should buy another leathered oak skull?
No.
I think the one I have has the wrong striker because the wood doesn't match. I was like, if Matt saw this, he'd probably start itching his
Can't please
spine.
everybody, man.
He's like, my teeth itch, Eric. What the fuck? I'm sure that's what would happen.
No, we like our strikers. You can have 2 calls right next to each other. If that striker doesn't sound good on that call, that's why on the website it's rare you see a picture of a striker. It's just the pot call. Because I have 200 strikers made, and
Oh, so it shouldn't matter. So it's okay.
shouldn't matter.
Oh, okay. That gives
That
me
means
some
I
relief.
put it together that way where it sounds the best.
I do need to sand it though. the one I
I
have.
brought sandpaper,
Keep some sandpaper in your turkey pack.
or at least some Scotch Brite. It's quieter.
That's a good idea. Well, either way, we can mess with that before you go. I think I have to go to my garage to find some things from the trade show that I have of yours. Anyways, I'm not
Tote and a strap, if I remember. Right.
totes some goats.
That's probably the thing I'm worried about most for
Is-
turkey is that I have seen turkey hunting stuff in at least 3 different locations in my house and garage, and I'm like, God dang it! I know I'm gonna go put this together. I'm gonna be like, where's this? Where's that?
What period you get?
I got the 4D.
Well, you got deep.
I got D, and then we bought the E tag.
Yep. I got C.
So I'm not super worried about D. If I'm able to get out a night after work or something and go, great. I don't think I'll dedicate the weekend to it just because I'd rather go do the camp thing. I think it'd
Yeah,
be
for
fun.
sure.
So if I'm going to take a weekend to go turkey hunting,
When I have a tent that's like I have a large tent because like I use it for our family. It's a tent that is like your shanties that like just hub and spoke. They pop out.
Mhm.
It takes all of like less than 60 seconds to erect.
it's a quick reaction.
Right. Well, I
I'm
took a
not
step.
sure what I was gonna say pop up, but I mean, really, it's what it's called. You're erecting the tent.
I think it's actually called a pop-up blind, pop-up, not an erection.
So we can all
I could double
sleep.
check, but I'm pretty sure.
We can all sleep in the tent. It would be easy. Like you talk about your truck, yeah. Fuck that. Come into the tent, buddy.
Okay.
We'll play cards, drink bourbon, whatever. I don't know.
Sounds
Should
pretty
be
good.
fun.
I'm down either way.
Yeah.
Got my truck set up. It's a double wide air mattress and my sleeping bag in the back.
Sounds tempting. I'm not going to sleep with you in your truck though.
Yeah.
I might.
Maybe Derek's. He could make it work.
You need a teddy bear?
It's small.
Big spoon, little spoon.
Do you? So the calling. I want to get into the calling sequences for the different. That we say periods here in Wisconsin because that's how our season's set up. But let's just like zoom out from that terminology a little bit and think about like the seasonality. You have now some people are turkey hunting all the way into like end of May. How is your calling going to differ now versus in a month or two from here? Like what is changing based on them now being flocked up or them seeking or I don't know what the hell turkeys do. Is it going to matter? Because when we were up north a week ago or whatever, my buddy Dave, no offense, Dave, not the best caller. He just got one in his mouth, the little diaphragm call. And like they showed up. It worked. So I was like, man, maybe there's not that much to this after all. Like, you did it just fine. And then like the birds were right there. And then they started to wander off because like his son was kind of like panicking a little bit. He was too excited. And then Dave just did a little real quick. And they came right back. I was like, wow, these things are pretty stupid.
Do you guys have decoys out? Or
yeah. Two hen decoys. I have footage. It's actually on his YouTube channel now. It's really cool. But anyway, so I'm just saying, like, my interpretation of calling has changed. I thought you had to be like a fucking expert.
I'll break it down. Normally, like, there's no 1, 2, 3. Like, if you see an article that says 1, 2, 3 success to turkey hunting, rip it up. It's garbage. It doesn't. Every property is different. Every group of turkeys is different. So, like, my best advice to people when I talk about calling is listen. It's the best scouting tip you can have. The best. How do I call? You hear a hen really vocal, you match that energy. You hear a hen that's super quiet, just a couple little putts or clucks or whatever, you match that energy. Because like if you're chill, waking up in the morning, you're a hen, it's like, and then you hear somebody screaming, you're like, I don't want to deal with that. Like I'm going to go that way. Yeah, it's breaking it down really simply, but
Kathy's a little too loud this morning. I'm not going to go over there.
Yeah, she had her coffee yesterday.
And do you find, like, in the morning in that exact scenario you just kind of painted that little picture, do you find that, like, in the morning like that, if the toms are near the hens, will they follow those live hens, or do you have a good chance of being able to call them off?
It all depends. If there's more than, if the rate, to me, in my experience, if there's 3 toms and 3 hens, good luck. You're trying to call the hens to you. But if there's 2 hens and 4 toms, there's a greater, in my opinion, there's greater odds to pull a tom off. Because I think for as small as their brains are, they still know odds. Like they're
looking around like, shit.
The math ain't adding up. I feel like, I mean, when we were that hunt we did a couple years ago, there were.
Sorry.
Oh,
Vincent.
Did you see Tony, by the way, commented too? He's going to be putting your call to work.
Oh, nice. Good luck, man.
Thanks, Tony.
Like the hunt we did, there must have been 12 different gobblers, and we couldn't see how many birds were down there, but I guarantee you there were more than 12 hens down there. I think that's why we pulled that group of 3 toms out.
Okay.
That's my opinion. I am not a professional turkey hunter.
You're pretty close.
The matching of the energy is very logical. Like you don't want to have big chicken energy if they're not.
You want
there's only little
chicken cock
chickens
energy.
around.
You want chicken cock energy.
Big chicken cock energy.
I'm gonna have a little more.
Oh, there we go. Which I'm very terrible today on the interrupting front. I'm sorry, but I did forget to mention that there is the no ordinary chicken thing going on with KwikTrip right now. Did you guys hear about that yet? Well, oddly enough, I pumped gas this morning, so I've consumed it before I got the email.
First-hand knowledge. Okay.
I was like, oh, what's this lady doing with a chicken costume on as I'm pumping my gas? A KwikTrip on the TV, you know? There's fried chicken, crispy chicken sandwiches, spicy chicken sandwiches, bone-in chicken, chicken tenders, boneless wings, roasted chicken, anything chicken from KwikTrip right now. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find all the spots where you bastards said big chicken energy in the Oregon hunt,
dude,
and
you know
just
how many
clip that together
out?
And be like, all right, KwikTrip, I don't think your chicken promo is gonna match our big chicken energy, but you can try.
If you would have seen the rough footage, the raw footage, the Keegan, it must have been ridiculous.
I wonder if he had it. Oh,
when he said he was passing that off to a buddy of his to edit,
yeah,
I was like, does he understand the backstory of everything? Otherwise, he's going to think we're crazy.
Oh man, I think he pieced it together pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But matching energy, so big chicken energy actually goes really well with the chicken cock bourbon and matching hens.
Mm-hmm.
So you can start there again if you'd like. Sorry for the big
that's
detour.
That's what I usually tell people. They're like, oh, how do you call this in? How do you call that in? you got to listen. Like that's the big thing is reading the woods. Like you guys do it for deer hunting.
What did you just say?
Reading the woods.
Oh, I thought you said something different. Like breeding the woods, huh? What are you talking about? We're talking about turkeys breed. I thought you maybe you meant something different. Okay.
Nope. Reading the woods. Like you guys read the woods for a sign for deer or whatever. You listen to the turkeys in the spring.
So so when we talk about like hunt the sign or scout your way in, looking for a hot sign, you're scouting your way in, but instead of like the visual markers like fresh rubs and scrapes, you're listening.
So like if I don't have time to scout the night before, I'll get out there right when like probably half hour before season opens or like the day opens, and I'll just sit at my door and listen. It's like, oh, I hear some birds over here. They're kind of quiet, but this group over here is really hollering away. Let's go try to make a play on those guys. So it's not like you have to wake up really early in the morning to turkey hunt. If you're not familiar with the property, just go out there and listen. It'll kind of literally guide you in what part of the property you're going to hunt or kind of where they're going to be.
So then when you hear them and you start to make your moves and you start to go after it, like at what point do you need to like start to really slow down so you don't spook them visually?
When they get really loud and you could hear them.
They'll just keep going though.
Yep.
That also depends on the time of year too, because
I was gonna
our
say.
early season in Wisconsin is wide open. Like our first season, there is not a leaf, there's no green. Like
Nope.
they can see forever. But that last season, you could
get some cover.
crawl up to 20 yards of some of those suckers
You
because
probably
it's
pet
so
the thing
thick.
beforehand. Like that's how close you can get.
Guys are punching them to kill them.
That
Save
leaf
money
just
on the
did that?
shells.
Leaf just touched me.
But no, it all depends on the property too. Obviously, you're going to e-scout a little bit before you get out to a property. You get out, say to where you park or whatever, and you can just listen, and then the terrain goes up and down. This, that. There's a farm field back here. You're usually safe walking to a different or tree line or something beforehand, and then you can stop and listen again. And they're pretty loud when they fly down, so like you'll know when they fly down, and that changes your mindset too. Because if you're trying to sneak up to them when they're still on the roost, they can see better. But when they fly down, like you have to be lower to the ground, I guess, to kind of sneak in on them or use terrain features in your, to your advantage to sneak up to them.
Mm-hmm. But then like, you're okay. Now I made the move. Now I'm in the general vicinity. Am I calling? Am I not calling? Am I matching energy? What am I doing?
Match energy, and if you don't hear anything, there's a lot of times those birds fly down silent. Always start soft, because especially if you don't know 100% exactly where they are, start soft. Do a couple of soft.
Because if they're
clucks.
right on top of you, you don't want to be like screaming in their face.
Yep, exactly. You'll startle them. But yeah, you start calling some soft yelps or purrs or clucks, just and then give it 5 minutes. Listen. If you don't hear anything, go a little bit louder. But the thing is, when they acknowledge you, they know exactly where you are.
Yeah, that's what we talked about last week. They have this weird ability to pinpoint audio.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
So then you just got to like wait.
Depending on how patient you are. I'm not a patient turkey hunter. So if it's 15 minutes and they're still down there, I'll try to make a play on them.
Because they're not going to come to you at that point, right? If
They will eventually. I mean, they'll come check it out at 10 o'clock or noon.
Noted. But busy. They're just not.
Yeah, so yes.
I was like, when
I was just like, I heard those hotties up on the hill, but I'm going to check these hotties first if I don't get no play.
I know these are 10s. I don't know what those
they're
are
almost
yet.
playing like a grass is greener. Like,
Yes.
ooh, I heard a new one. I'll come back to that.
Or
if these ones are boring, I'm coming right now.
That is
It
really
just
true
depends.
though, because that like 9 to 10 time frame, especially earlier in the season, has always been really, really good for me, because if those toms are following hens earlier in the morning, which a lot of times they like to do if they're, roosted near them, by 10 o'clock they're bored or they've separated
break
or whatever.
off.
And
They
all of a
break
sudden
off,
it's
yeah.
like you can call one in and like this.
Yep,
a lot of times.
Between 10 and 2 is what we usually say. If you can't make it out in the morning, get out there before 10, because you just set up and start doing it. I feel like, even if they bred, there's a chance they could break off and look for more. There's ones that didn't breed and are still looking to breed, and they're a lot more active between that time. But the beautiful thing about turkey hunting is the game of chess, not unlike deer hunting, where they fly up in a tree and reset every night.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it. It's just like I don't have to think about what they did last night. Oh no, the wind came out of this way and this way. Nope, turkeys are in a tree. Like
They're good. You know right where they're going to be.
Yep, the chess match starts again every morning.
Yeah, that's a good way to
I
look
have
at it.
heard that too before. Like, it's like what's that movie with Tom Cruise? The Day After Tomorrow or some bullshit. Or he just keeps dying and like respawning in the same spot trying to defeat these aliens. So like every day he just gets to start again. But he's a little bit smarter the next time. He dies later on, and then later on, and then later on. It's kind of like
we don't want that in the church.
It's like a weird Groundhog's Day.
Can't say I've ever seen that movie before.
It's actually pretty good. The Day After Tomorrow or something like that, or Tomorrow Never Dies. I don't. Something about tomorrow.
Tomorrow Never Dies. James Bond.
Yep. That was a video game on N64.
My son and I actually have been playing that.
What's it called?
Proximity mines in the stack. That'll take you back.
The golden PP7.
We had golden pistols.
Edge of Tomorrow. It was a 2014 film.
Oh.
Edge of Tomorrow.
It was about the edge of a lot of things that time frame.
Live, die, repeat. That's what it says on the cover of the Blu-ray disc. Blu-ray disc.
They had Blu-rays in 2014.
They must have. It's $8 right now on Amazon. If you want to get a copy,
it's a bargain.
It's a bargain. Yeah.
I hate how on Amazon you can look up like a show or a movie, and it'll say it has it, and when you click on it, it's like rent for $28. Like, this came out in 2006. Why is it costing me $24 to rent this?
That is some bullshit.
You don't really have it, you sons of bitches.
Oh damn! They called my bluff.
Yeah, pay for it.
Amazon. That's what I use my Gerber knives for, is just to cut up Amazon boxes. So the other day, like I think there must have been like 8 boxes on my patio, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? 8 boxes? What's happening?" It was like underwear for the kids and pajamas. I was like, "Oh, all right, well."
You know what to use mine for today?
I don't know.
Not proud of it. We do own the building. Before I continue with the story,
Good to know,
disclaimer.
I was like, man, this would be really easy to break into. I bet you my knife can do that. We at work we bought a bank building. I'm like, this seems really chintzy. Nope, that bank door was still tight. The Gerber knife is not bank breaking into.
So you could not get it?
Nope, couldn't get it.
I was kind of hoping that you were going to like MacGyver and be like,
well,
look.
I might have been able to, but I was like, I like this knife too much. I don't want to break it.
It's good to know.
If it doesn't pop in the first 10 seconds, I'm done.
Yeah.
Dude, this bourbon actually is. What's funny, it's another strong one, and it's pretty smooth. For being 92 proof, it doesn't seem like it's 92 proof.
It drinks like a 70.
It's 46% alcohol by volume. Chicken cock is going down smooth. Just got to keep waiting until he drinks, and then I just say something stupid. He's going to spit at my face pretty soon.
We didn't even give it its due diligence here. It's double barrel. So they went shopping for wood twice.
Oh, yeah. I did say the double barrel, but it didn't occur to me until you said it just now. Not only did we pick the tree once, we did it again. Although I think they did say when I was reading the description, they said some bullshit. I was like, actually, what are we talking about? We foregoed the nice double oak, and then for our double oak, we re-barreled our Kentucky whiskey in a new American oak barrel from West Virginia. So then they put it in a new barrel? That sounds like some marketing
Pick your
bullshit.
barrel and just go for it.
It should just stay in the original one. What's the point of double barreling?
So you can write double barrel.
But like, unless you're just like, oh, hey, we age it here, because this is aged for, I mean, it's not that old. What did it say? It said on the bottle here, so 8 years. So it's like, 4 years in this barrel and 4 years in that one, just to like give it some more flavor.
I think it's for like the agitation. Like get some air in there and open it up.
Got a little air in there.
That makes me sound important. Like I know what I'm talking about.
Good.
Jarrett McDonald says he's out turkey hunting right now.
Oh.
Way to go. Gobble, gobble.
Very nice.
If you don't want to match the turkey energy, you can match our chicken cock energy and just start going to town. Sometimes the kitchen sink method works really good. Just throw everything you got at them. If you can't get them to come, just give it.
You could sprint
How
at
many
them.
calls do you have? And just go.
I had a
See what
gobbler
happens.
call. Has anyone ever used? What's the purpose of a gobbler call? Like kids broke it.
You could use it. I don't use them primarily, but it's funny you
What's
said.
the purpose of using them? To call in a hen?
No, to call Tom's.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's just more validation for them. There's
Well,
more activity going on over there.
I mean, just think of like when
I wouldn't want to compete with another Tom if I were a Tom.
Well, the boss Tom would.
I wouldn't be the boss, Tom.
Exactly. That's why the boss Tom would come mess with you.
I'd be like, I'd see Matt over there, I'd be like, fuck this somehow. You can have her.
That guy must have been 26 wide.
The
No.
gun show is real.
But just
Put him away, dude. Come on.
I could put on my sweatshirt over there.
No,
No,
I
I mean,
an XL shirt with medium sleeves. Jesus Christ!
no, this is your 2X shirt from the OKest boys.
All right. Yeah, you're filling it in. Nice 2X. Jeez, man. I mean, it's not like you're in a fat way. For those that are only listening to this podcast, you can watch it on Spotify or YouTube, but I'm just saying.
I feel bad for this chair though, because
It doesn't. They all suck. They're just
it
their age.
It makes me feel like
Had
a
them for a while.
2X.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
But no, he said throw the kitchen sink in. I actually did that once where I had like 20 hens and 15 or 20 toms all across the property line.
Yeah.
And I was like, the hell do I do? Like, they're not going to listen to one hen like call. So I put my mouth call in, which I'm terrible at. And then I grabbed my, I don't know, it was my box call or my pot call. And I like set it here. And then I had a push button call. And I was like, doing all this stuff. And it must sound good enough because all of a sudden the hens were like,
The party over there.
what the fuck?
What that
And they're
bitch
like-
is doing?
Like 3 hens flew over the creek onto my
Be a big
property.
old town
And then
over
like
here.
8 more and then 5 more. And then it was funny because all the hens were like 70 yards away from me. All the toms were alone strutting over there. They're like, yeah, I'm going to get this. And then they look around, they're like, where'd all the hens go? And then they flew over and then ended up shooting a
The
tom,
parallels
so-
between like I just picture a bunch of like what's that old the Cavs here show from New Jersey.
Jersey Shore.
I just picture a bunch of Jersey Shore MFers just walking around peacocking at the beach, and there's no women. They're like, oh shit, the women left.
That's like
To the bar.
the memes you see on Instagram of like when I started weightlifting, what I thought it would be like, and it's like him surrounded by all the hot chicks. It's like what it's actually like, him talking to like 4 huge guys.
Yes,
So I do this for protein.
But no, that was a super cool hunt. And I think I can't remember who told me that. If that was my father-in-law or some other older turkey guy, he goes, you get a group of hens and you like, they're not coming in. He goes, sound like another group of hens fighting. And I was like, what do I got to lose? I'm going to try it. And it worked.
And that's what the gentleman from Okano, who's like the mega turkey, he was like, sometimes you just pull the kitchen sink, and he's like,
Mhm.
just call with every different call you have and just make as much noise as you can.
Yep.
And he said you'll be amazed it actually works sometimes.
The only downside is you got to bring a toad out in the woods with you or all your calls.
You'll have arthritis in both hands when you're done, but you'll have a turkey,
Yeah, exactly.
maybe.
Maybe.
I forgot we were live on Instagram. Not that I forgot, but I forget to check it because
Yeah,
those
the
comments
comments.
don't come through. And Samuel Barron just said, "I'm so hey, so I'm a big lover of y'all.
Ooh, big
Thank you,
lover. Thanks, Sam.
thank you. Must be the big chicken cock energy over here." Keegan, I will go to all the quick trips and scream big chicken energy in front of each one in the world. Bet me. I will bet you. There's a lot of quick trips, dude. I don't know.
There's
You-
2 right
it's gonna
out your
take
door
It's
here.
gonna take a couple of years.
If anyone is going to be at my local Quick Trip yelling big chicken energy, I want it to be Keegan.
It's this guy dressing all Sitka with this mullet.
What are
And
all these
cowboy boots.
straps? Why does he have so many cameras on
So
him?
many straps. Samuel
We love you,
said
Keegan.
he's in Florida hunting. That's fantastic. And someone else asked if throwing rocks at cars works. That's not relevant to this conversation. Don't
Work-
fucking do that.
Wait, for the quick trip or for calling turkeys?
No, just in
What it
general.
works for what?
I don't know. It was
Breaking
just
windows? Yes.
out in a vacuum all on its own. Comment. Thoughts on throwing rocks at cars? Don't recommend it,
Not-
especially if they're moving.
Not great, Bob.
If it's your car in the driveway, let it rip.
Go nuts. we
Say it was hail damage.
We can take calls, by the way. Phone number isn't on the screen, but it is 262-757-4122 if you're interested in talking about how you call turkeys.
No call will be as sweet as that one.
That's true. So I like
thanks.
the doing all the different types of calls to make it seem as though there's more going on than a single hen by herself, because that's probably what I'm only ever going to do. I think I've mentioned this at some point in the history of this show. When we were where to hunt, I talked to a dude that was a coyote hunter, but he's like, I would bring a crow call with me, and I would call on the crows for sound cover. And so then I bought a crow call, and it fucking worked. I was calling crows in the deer woods. The next thing you know, I got a flock of crows right above me. I was like, This is actually kind of fun because I had no intention of doing anything with these crows other than to like fuck with them. But now they're like caw, 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 right over me. I was like, I could fucking sneeze right now and it'd be fine. It was pretty great. But the concept of like orchestrating something other than what's actually happening. So when I got into turkey hunting, the year
When
you
I did that day.
when you had me go out with you guys, I went on it, and Greg was like, "Oh my God, Eric, just what are you doing?" I was like, "What?" I bought every call I could. He was like annoyed with me. I bought a squirrel call. I bought a crow call. I bought a gobbler call. Yeah.
Greg was like,
he's like, "What are you going to do with all that?" I was like, "I mean, my kids are having a good time. Like, it's all fine." And they I think they've actually ruined all of those calls now. Like the crow call is not. I don't know where it went. I have an owl call. I don't know where that went. Because like, oh, shot gobble. Like I should have an owl call. Because I can't do it. Greg can do an owl call with his mouth by himself. I can't do that. Can you do that?
No.
Can you do that?
no.
So we all
No
suck.
pressure.
No.
He
Dude,
tried
I
to teach
watched
me.
the hunting public guys. I'm like, these guys should be vocal coaches. Like that's
Woo. I don't know how he does it. It's like he's really good at it.
I will do it in the privacy of my own home.
No,
Nobody will listen to
This
me.
is privacy. You're in privacy right now. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Just give it a rip.
No, not doing it.
Come on. We could all go around the table. It's okay.
Nope.
No one's going to judge you. Do you want to try it? Can you do one?
Do I look like I want to try it?
You look like I want to punch you in the face right now.
Do you want to punch me?
You do want to punch me in the face. Why don't you fucking do it?
No, I really I cannot do that.
All right. Well, I've tried a lot, and I've
I'll
no
slam
shame.
my car door before I do a mouth owl call. No gobble at that. More
Yeah, just clap. Like,
They can't shot gobble if they're going, what the fuck was that? Car door is way more
out of
effective.
pure amazement. Like that's the worst owl
some of
call
the-
I've
some
ever
of the
heard.
owls
Is that
do-
in person?
They actually freak me out because they don't just make a hoot sound. Sometimes they're like, I'm like, what the fuck was that? It's like two owls are
That's
like,
a chupacabra, bro.
do you know when they do that though? You don't talk about it.
Yeah.
They make some strange noises that aren't just like what you'd think of when you think as a kid reading an owl book. Like the owl says who? No, it fucking doesn't. The owl says some weird shit when he's waking up in the morning, clearing his throat.
Dude, when I was a kid, I was probably like 8 years old. Never gone turkey hunting before, and my cousin who lives near Green Bay, it's actually my cousin's husband, so he's like married into the family, big hunter, and he told me, you should really, just go out and just listen for turkeys. Go out in your back 20, put the cabin, and just bring your call anytime in March. Just rip some calls. It'd be super cool. And I was like, I don't know, what to do. He's like, well, just take this call and try it. Otherwise, just do an owl hoot. And I was like, I don't know how to do that. And he gave me like some hooter, and he's like, just who cooks for you? That's what you say. Just do that.
Just gonna say that.
Who cooks for you? So I'm like 8 years old. I grab my buddy. He's up at the cabin with me, and we go out into the back, sit on a hill, and I shit you not, I grab that little call. I do like a couple. I never even practice with it. Couple calls. This freaking Tom, this Tom comes up. He's probably like 8 yards from us, and we're just like, is it going to hurt us? Never been that close.
Why
to a
would he
turkey.
come to the sound of the owl?
Oh, he did the.
I did a turkey call.
Oh, you did a turkey call.
You
He
missed
got
this
me-
motion.
I
behind the
still
laptop,
think
but he was-
who cooks for you every time I do the owl hooter.
But it's different. Like that owl is one type of owl, but then there's like 8 other owls around here.
It's
or
the
whatever.
chef owl. I like to think of it.
The chef owl.
Isn't it the barred owl? Which
Barn?
I thought it was called a barn owl. It's called a barred owl.
Those aren't two different ones.
I don't think so. Someone could correct me. I'm pretty sure it's a barred owl.
Bard.
A
or
barred, like as in a stripe. That is a
Oh,
real thing. But I
it's-
also thought there was a barn owl.
I thought there was a
B
barn
A
owl.
R R E D owl.
I thought there was a barn owl. Ooh.
Barn, maybe. Barred owls and barn owls are different species of owls with
Yeah, but-
distinct characteristics and habits. Barred owls are larger, have rounded heads, and no ear tufts, and are found in forests. While barn owls are smaller, have
Found in
heart-shaped
barns.
faces, and typically inhabit areas like barns and fields. Well, shit. So someone's like, "No, it's a barred owl." I was like, "No, it's a fucking barn owl." And they're like, "It's a barred." I was like, "Yeah, it's a barred." I was wrong. Now I'm 39. I've now got new information unlocked in my brain.
You're having a holy
There's
shit
two.
moment. Epiphany.
There's a shirt idea: barred owl, barn owl, and then have the 2 different ones.
Okay, the buck psych says it's a real type.
It's like a yin yang.
It's real little.
A
Their
bar.
heads are like looped around.
That's my next tattoo, really. It's both owls
I'll
back to
come
back.
with you. I'm getting one too. Actually, wanted
I'm just gonna
owl
get a tattoo that says "Who cooks for you?" Who cooks for you?
One arm.
Why
says,
is that phrase on your arm twice? It's a fucking owl call, okay?
learn
I have to have it
something.
here so I remember what to say when I start calling out. What is it again? Who cooks for you?
But then you got to
Yeah.
put the little dash mark and said Bardall.
Like it's a quote.
Parentheses.
Dude, that's epic. who cooks for you?
Like you're saying
Barn
your
owl.
source.
But which owl does do that? Is it the bard or the barn?
Look it up.
It doesn't tell me the calls.
Well, that's dumb.
Okay, barn owl versus barn owl call
Let's say just Google
Sound.
who cooks for you.
sound difference. Yeah. Difference. Here we go. Okay, come on. Yeah, let's see. Oh, ChatGPT, Google search. Bard and barn owls calls are distinct. Bard owls producing a characteristic. So bard owls, who cooks for you, or who cooks for you all. Call while barn owls primarily make.
One is
that's
inclusive, one is not.
Well, no, because I was talking
But no,
about
no, no, no,
who
hold on.
cooks for you,
But
who
the-
cooks for you all.
The barn owl primarily makes a high pitched scream. Ah! Like those ghosts. If I was a turkey, I'd go, which one is it?
Please don't hurt me.
What the hell was that?
You just go to the woods and anyway, I'll call you just scream.
The good thing is the turkeys are probably not like, was that a bard or a barn?
Well, the barn
Shit,
owls
it
are
was a barn owl.
they're smaller, but the barn owls are bigger. So do owls eat turkeys? Is there a reason for them to be afraid of them other than like their
Mhm.
noise just scared them? Because I feel like an owl could fuck with a turkey, but they're big.
Oh, big time. Dude, I've seen them like
Bolts.
swipe at them in the tree.
Really?
Yeah, like they're roosted. This is bow hunting. Like I was in a tree, there was turkeys right around from me, and then you hear the owl screech. Everybody gobbled. That turkey or the owl just came screaming through. So I don't know if it would like try to like knock them off their place or something. But
He said, "Get on my tree, freaking giant and weird animal."
well, you got like a 2 or 3 pound owl trying to take out a 26-pound turkey. Like it happens.
I
But-
admire the
Well,
spirit.
birds of prey, like they're. So my kids went to a Discovery World type thing, like a nature center, and the gal there, the warden or I don't know who are the people that work at these things. I don't know.
tour guide.
Whatever. So she's like showing the kids like a turkey feather sound and flapping it, and it was like super loud. And then she's like got an owl wing, and it like didn't make a single sound at all.
We watched a show
I was
on
like, oh, that's
that
pretty neat.
because Gus got really interested in owls, and we watched like it was kind of like a MythBusters.
And you're
show.
like, this is your favorite time of his life because you're like, sweet dude, let's get into
I was
this.
like, this is all I've ever wanted to
I
watch.
just wanna watch nature
But it
shows
was
like
about like
this.
can owls fly silently, and they did like decibel testing of like all the different birds,
Mhm.
and they literally do not make noise when they're just gliding. Zero noise. It's insane.
Unlike
And turkeys
geese,
are
where you
super
can
loud.
hear like 46 feet above your head.
It's louder than a chopper.
Yeah.
Ducks like,
Well, I told you we went fishing. I mentioned we brought the canoe out,
Mhm.
and me and the kids we come around this bend. There's like a little peninsula with like a bench, and the kids like, "Hey, we're gonna go play on the bench." I was like, "Perfect! I can actually cast a lure." So I dropped them off, and all of a sudden Gus goes, "Holy crap, a turkey!" And I'm like looking up in the hills, and I hear the turkey came flying off this ridge right down the creek and smashed into like 6 trees, trying to because like along the waterway, it's all thick as
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
and it just goes.
that's like Greg calls them the B-52 grouse. We have a sticker called the B-52 grouse with like it's a B-52 bomber dropping turkeys out of it. It's a real sticker we have on our
Is that
website.
one? No, it's
We
not.
don't.
on here.
No, that's
I
the
remember
no
seeing
Jake
it.
break. We do have it. It's we still have those ones, and it's kind of a funny sticker for. But that's what it is. It's like a giant freaking bird. So the buck psych said, "I have 2 barn owls in my barn." Okay, good to know.
Good place. For that.
Tony Cordero sounds like the new OK is Hook slogan. OK is Cook. What the hell
Works
did I
for
say?
you.
I like it.
Owls eat the young ones and raid nests. So that makes sense.
Mhm.
I
to a
remember
degree.
seeing a video when I was when I was younger, and it was like a home video that somebody had when they were turkey hunting, and it was a hawk that came down and grabbed a poult of this hen, and as the hawk grabbed it and was flying away, the turkey, although slower at flying, had way greater acceleration because of
Mhm.
how big their wings were, and it actually the mother, like the hen, caught the hawk before it like took off and like smacked it down on the ground and got the poult back. just because of like how much it could,
Yeah.
obviously a
Well, it's a-
muscular bird. and
It's a
huge
cinder
wings.
block with wings. Like,
Huge wings too. Like, I mean, they're not only wide, but like this.
yeah.
Yeah, they're just large.
Yeah.
But they can get moving. So when my kids kicked up a turkey right down the road from the house the day before my daughter got a tick on her, or that's probably the day it got on her, and I just didn't see it till later. That turkey eventually like flew and then just glided down somewhere. But I was like, "There it goes, guys! That thing's really flying." I thought I was gonna hit a car. Actually, I was like, "Oh, is it gonna do it? Oh, it
Like
didn't."
the little train that could. It's like, I can do it. I can do it. Have you ever seen them? Like, I've been in the woods before and they go to roost and they like fly up like an oak tree and they pick a branch that's not suitable for their weight. And then the branch breaks and then they're like trying to panic fly back up. And so I can't help but laugh.
They're strange birds, dude.
They'll scare the shit out of you when they find a good little like deadfall to hide in, and
And
you're
you
like,
don't know they're
walking in
there.
the woods, and you're like stepping on it, and like a giant turkey just runs away. Fucking Jesus!
Oh,
Or
dude,
they like
they'll-
fly out of there. It's it'll scare my buddy Greg. When the first time he ever came hunting, he's like, I was like, "How'd it go this morning?" He's like, "Well, I about had a heart attack on the way in." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "No one told me there were jungle monsters out here." He's like, "I'm walking, all all hell breaks loose. Like all these giant birds flew at me." I was like, "Oh, this turkey's coming out of the roost. You're probably right on top of them." He's like, "Well, yeah, it was." I was going to start shooting. I didn't know what that was going on. It's
It
pitch
is,
black.
it is funny though. Like, we had one a few years ago. Brother-in-law ended up wounding one with the recurve, and we couldn't find it. It's tough with the recurve. And the next day we came out, and I'm like, "Oh man, that stump was never there before." I'm looking, it's the big black stump, like in the tall brush, and I put my binoculars on it, and I see a little bit of fletching sticking out. I'm like, "Dude, that's your turkey." I'm like, "Go stalk up on it." So I'm sitting up on this berm, watching with binoculars. He's putting a stalk on it, and my eyes are glued. Like, the only time I'm not looking is when I blink for that millisecond. And I swear to God, I blinked, and that thing was gone. And Rusty calls me, goes, "I'm standing right here. I don't see it." And I'm like, "Dude, he was there literally a millisecond ago, and he took one more step, and that turkey popped out and ran." Like,
It just ducked under something.
dude, it felt like it was like a pheasant when they kind of burrow
Yeah.
in like brush.
Yeah.
He didn't see it in front of him, but
So that turkey's still running.
yeah, it's still running.
Oh, you never got it.
No, it was funny. I ran around, like, I don't run, but I ran around like,
You ruck.
yeah, I ruck, but that's not running. But I actually ran, got to the edge of the field, and I'm like, "I don't know where this turkey is. I don't know where this turkey is." He goes, we were on the phone. He goes, "Take like 2 more steps." And I took 2 more steps. It was like me to you away. I was like, "Bah!" The thing like flew back that way.
Matt shot gobble.
I did. Oh man, that was funny. It's not the first. That's not the first time I was face to face with a turkey trying to get Rusty on a bird. We came back. We did like a 3-hour hunt. Nothing. We came back. We're like, "Oh, we'll go to our trucks. We'll go drive to the other side of the property. It's like a mile or 2 away or whatever." And I get there and we like walk around this bend and there's like 9 jakes like strutting around our trucks. It's like, yeah,
Oh my God.
par for the course. And I'm like, "Rusty, you want one?" He's like, "Yeah, let's go get it." So I like crossed this little road, walked down, kicked over so they didn't see me. He was kind of set up. I was going to come like backside and kind of like turkey drive him a little bit to him. And I wasn't on the phone with him, but I get down. It's like a kind of a berm. I was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to sneak up this berm." And I'm like, peer over the edge and figure out where they are. Well, that Jake was peering up over the edge of the berm the same time I was, and we met like eye level. And I was like, "God!"
You were like, "God, you're ugly." He was like, "God, you're ugly."
But literally, this berm came to a point like real steep, so it wasn't like a flat spot on top of it, and it was like my head and his head. We were like a 1.5 feet away.
Oh my God, right there.
Yep.
Almost a love story.
It was. It's almost Lady and the Tramp.
Spaghetti noodle it right
It's like a
up.
cartoon like
That's your next T-shirt idea.
Yep. We did not get those birds either. So.
Jeez.
Tattletale.
What else do turkeys have to be afraid of around here? There's not that much. Like, there's coyotes. Like, are turkey vultures eating turkeys? Is that why they're called turkey vultures? Like, they're not
feel like
actively
they
hunting
eat-
things down.
No, they eat dead stuff.
Yeah, right. That's what I was
Any
thinking.
of the birds of prey.
We don't really have. There's like not bobcats around.
No.
There's
Bobcats up north.
Yeah.
North,
we'll
yeah.
take down turkeys.
There's just not
for
that much
sure.
in like the southeastern part of the state that's gonna like short of us. Like,
I think that's why we have a lot of
but the
turkeys down
poults
there.
are. I think obviously the nest raiders, the raccoons, the baby birds are.
I think that's where most of
But a
probably
full-grown
ambush.
turkey, it's like
the only other like a 97 Jeep Cherokee. Like
that's they'll take out a couple a year, maybe.
those things are freaking ravenous savages.
Boy, the last 2 weeks there's been a lot of dead turkeys on the road.
Freeway too.
Oh,
Like,
bad.
yep.
Dude, I remember driving to work when I was younger, and I almost nailed a turkey crossing the road, and I was like, "What the just happened?" Like I've never almost hit a turkey before, and it was so damn large. I was like, "Geez, that had actually been a bit of a problem."
Well, when you think about hitting a turkey, it doesn't seem like that big of an issue. But if you think about it as like dangling a 20-pound bowling ball and running into it on the highway,
Yeah,
that's a pretty big problem.
But
it's a pretty big problem.
Think of it like this though: that bowling ball, when it notices you're coming at it at 70, jumps and
Right
it's
to your
like
windshield
right in
level.
your windshield.
It would go higher, but it can't.
That's pretty funny.
Shit.
Freaking weird birds, dude.
That's why we're trying to eradicate some of these things.
Jeez.
We're trying.
Oh, dude, is there a caller on the line? No way. You didn't call Keegan? Did you? He said you're so good at answering the call line. Here it is. Whoa.
18 missed calls.
Dude, it was not loading for me. Here it is. There's calls straight up like it wasn't my
14
fault.
calls, 19
11
different
minutes.
messages.
Oh my gosh, this poor bastard. Hold on a second here. I had no concept.
Is it Keegan?
Yeah, Keegan, can you hear me?
Let him wait. Keep him on for another couple minutes. We had to wait in the parking lot while we changed. While Greg did his brakes.
Oh, is he on mute? What's going on here? Oh, can you hear me, Keegan? Talk. Oh, I didn't push the button.
Can you hear me?
There it is.
There's the beep.
Wow, man, I did not.
Wow.
It didn't tell me. There was no alert. Thank God you texted me, man. I had no concept. This thing usually like does all these fireworks on my screen. Not today. It was like this fucking guy Keegan. We're not letting anybody know. I don't know what happened.
Don't worry. I texted Derek first, and I was like, hey,
His phone's down
tell
over there.
Eric to do his job.
If you're trying to get a hold of anyone, don't ever try to get me.
Derek's pretty hard to get a hold of.
Tell Eric to answer his phone. Laughing.
I didn't get a text, Keegan. My phone was up. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
dude.
I thought it'd be funnier if Derek did it because he's the nicest one of the group.
Whoa.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
pretty nice.
Are we talking about the same Derek?
Derek's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, we are.
So you're gonna go to all the quick trips, huh?
Well, if we can work this out with KwikTrip, they want to throw some engagement around.
I don't know
we'll
if they
do
have
it.
Keegan money. It like
He could use some gift cards. If anyone could use some gas gift cards,
Yeah.
it's this guy.
Hey, I'm working on, and I am working on it. I have a huge document running right now for a giveaway. We're trying to build and put together a big campaign for July. Got a name, logos, assets, brand partners. It's going to be a pretty big giveaway. I'm not going to say anything more about it right now, other than like,
We're on
I'm excited
air,
about
not
A
just
new
talking on the
car.
you get a car and you get a car.
If you go to phone
That
Buzz,
is
you're
not-
guaranteed a new car.
that
You
is
heard it here, guys.
it's not off the table of consideration.
Oh my god!
Could you imagine? I mean,
I
it's not
need a
going to be
new
this
car.
year.
84 Honda.
Need a couple. Yeah.
phone.
I'll
Yield
take it.
KwikTrip,
New to
but,
you car.
Make it happen.
So where are you right now? Are you around? What are you wearing?
Where in the world is Keegan Cadell?
Ironically, should have been driving past you guys about right now.
Oh, wow.
But the old Suburban, as Derek knows, likes to have issues with the front end. And I had a brake problem this morning at about 8 a.m. that took me till about 2 p.m. to get resolved.
Another brake
So
problem?
I'm still in Missouri.
What's with the brakes, dude? How many things can go wrong with the brake?
Yeah, this time it was the other side.
Son of a bitch.
So it's a brake line?
So many things can go wrong with your truck if you drive about 80,000 miles a year and you buy $2,000 trucks. It's a really weird conundrum where if you buy cheap shit, it has problems.
But the brakes failed a second time. I'm really curious about the brake. So what was the brake line or what happened?
Yeah, it was just the driver's side. The last time was the passenger side that Derek was privy to.
Were you in the truck?
But, you know, we handled it. Another O'Reilly's parking lot brake job.
That was a tug's
Tear the truck apart and wait for several hours. It was good.
Sweet. You had everything you needed right there. Perfect setup.
That Suburban is cozy, though. I do enjoy it.
What does it smell like?
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of smells in there. Smells like memories.
So you're driving. Are you driving up to the Green Bay area, or are you already in Wisconsin? What's going on?
No, I was going to, and then that happened about an hour north of Kansas City. So I decided after several hours of messing with the old brake lines that I should turn back and drive back to a safe place for the night, and then head north in the next couple days.
Are you going to be around in the middle of May?
I could be around in the middle of May if
It'd
the
be
middle
really-
of May needs me.
It'd be really cool if you were around southwestern.
Do you want to go to
Wisconsin
turkey camp with all of
in
us
the middle of May?
in the dripless
Yes, I want to go
part
turkey
of the
camp
state?
with all of us.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would make up for my 3-state turkey venture that produced no turkeys in the last couple weeks.
Well, I'm not
We
saying
can't
this is going to
guarantee
produce
that.
a turkey, but it'll produce some laughs.
We don't really know anything about anything yet, other than Eric's got a pop-up tent and Matt's got a truck
Do you mean erection tent?
Oh,
and an erection tent. Should be a good time.
you mean we can all share one tent and one truck?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. Something like that.
It'd be really cool if you
You
could
should
make
turkey
it out
hunt.
there.
You should just like actually hunt.
Get a tag.
Wouldn't that be fun? It's like Aladdin and
We
the
can-
genie.
We can
You
make
mean
it happen.
you mean you're gonna just set me free on your third wish?
Yes, Keegan.
You mean I don't have to bring cameras? Well,
Bring two just in case.
I'll take one shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one's ever let me hunt
Cue your
before.
audience in on the context of that, because I feel like 4 of us know exactly what we're talking about, and the rest of the audience doesn't quite understand who the strange man that wouldn't bring a camera is.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, people know who you are. You're a big deal. This is Keegan Cadell on the line. For those that don't know, Wildlife Photog Media on Instagram, the guy that filmed lots of stuff for us.
He's the guy.
He's in.
You're
pretty
not
big
going to
deal.
know Keegan from our stuff. You're going to know it from like
Other-
big stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck
Like
he moonlights
every
with
other
us.
thing he's ever done.
He just he slums with us.
Keegan's the guy who's carrying 4 cameras, and then you're hiking up a mountain trying not to die, and he's running in front of you to get you looking cool climbing up the mountain, letting you pass, and then running up past you again to try to get you looking cool again because you did not look cool the first time. You look like you were dying.
Oh, is that why you always try to run in front of me?
Yeah, that's Keegan.
I'm always like,
That's
what's he
the
doing?
guy. That's the guy.
Oh, that's great. Well,
It's definitely not because I like running.
We all have something in common there.
Well, hey, Keegan, if you make it to turkey camp and before that you're in Missoula, I got like 50 pounds of mule deer meat we could bring to turkey camp. Just saying.
do we should? Oh fuck, dude! I didn't even think about the cooking aspect of this whole thing. There's gonna be some good cooking going on there.
That's the okay's cook. If you want to
Chris
come up
is
to
already
turkey
on the
camp.
way.
Hey, Chris, you want to come to Wisconsin, middle of May? Huh? Let's go.
Just text him. Who will cook
He's
for
not very
us?
far away.
Yeah, we have to use the inclusive owl hoot, not the not the exclusive owl hoot, because there were 2 types. Both from the barn owl, by the way, because we're not just screaming at people here. You fucking psycho barn owl. Who cooks for you, or who cooks for you
You
all?
will scream at people, though.
Especially if we're at KwikTrip and a chicken costume. We'll
What's
be
wrong with that
screaming.
guy? Why is he screaming? Nah, he's just doing his barn owl impression. That's normal. Trying to get a shot gobble out
It
of
just
it.
depends if KwikTrip is out of fried chicken for the next 27 minutes or if they have it in stock.
Well, given the fact they're doing
That's
a
when you
promotion
scream at 'em.
on what is it? It's a
Chicken
thing.
fest?
No ordinary chicken. What does that mean? You know, one of my favorite meals was the KFC chicken bowl. Well, there's no more KFCs around. The only two around here closed up shop a long time ago. It's not a thing anymore.
There's one in West Bend, but
yeah, right. They're sketchy here. They're normal in Kentucky. Like it's like still like a fixture. Here it's like for some reason they've been overtaken by like I don't know demons or something.
Or Popeyes.
Any other successful business?
So if you go to KwikTrip and you buy some Dave Evans mashed potatoes, get yourself a can of corn, and you get the
they're so
KwikTrip
good.
chicken tenders, and you cut those bad boys up, and then you just make yourself some brown gravy. You got yourself
A little bit of
a
cheese
no
on top.
ordinary big chicken energy chicken bowl from KwikTrip.
it's guaranteed to get you whatever you need.
That meal right there, I think I'm just getting hungry.
How could you do any better in life?
You can't. That's soul food for the
Other
soul.
than that, and having breaks at work, that's a pretty good life.
How do you bleed the brakes when it's just one person? Did you have someone come out and help you?
Well,
It's a fine question.
you do a little MacGyvering.
I dropped a brick on the brake pedal and I
And then
ran
you
around to the
take
front.
you take a water bottle and you buy about a 1.5 foot long fuel hose, and you put that 1.5 foot long fuel hose in the top of the water bottle, empty of water, a little bit of brake fluid in the bottom, and you poke it into the little bleeder valve, which has a convenient nipple. Don't get too excited, Matt.
Pretty excited.
He's touching his
And
nipples
then
right
He
now.
was
when you
just
bleed
nodding
your
like,
brakes,
in an awkward way.
I'm a mechanic. I know how to.
if you breathe your brakes,
these-
it completes the circuit,
Huh.
and then you're good to go.
All right, MacGyver. There's nothing Keegan can't
I've
do.
had this bottle for about 7 brake jobs.
Tell me more
It's
about
not a
your
chicken.
brake-
It's not a
Tell me
chicken.
more about your
break
brake jobs.
But it's not
Tell
a
me more
chicken
about your
cock bottle,
bottle.
right? Like you don't have any chicken cock with you.
No, I do not have a chicken cock with me, but I am open to receiving one.
It's pretty good. I mean, really, we've been drinking it here all podcast, and it's delicious. That is quite the rooster on this bottle, though, too.
What a beaut.
It's a nice cock.
Chickens are kind of assholes.
Well, if a big cock likes to receive its way into a mighty traveling Suburban, then I feel like we could showcase it to the world.
You
Hey.
forgot the word chicken before you said cock.
Eric, it's all making sense. No ordinary chicken. It's no ordinary cock. It's making sense now.
No, big chicken energy and big cock energy are very different.
But if a big turkey
I
got
have
into it with a
one
big
of the
chicken,
other, but not both.
And not to allude too much, but you did just go to KwikTrip, so the chicken is seeming like a fine prospect.
you can't think about chicken without thinking about KwikTrip for like the next couple months, and chicken cocks and big chicken energy.
I have never
And
thought
bread.
about chicken without KwikTrip in my entire life.
I better get some DMs of people being like, "I made that mashed potato KwikTrip chicken."
Keegan, your
Bowl.
phone is ringing. You have a booty
Dude,
call.
their
Yeah.
mashed potatoes are fantastic.
Wait, no, I was saying the Bob Evans mashed potatoes. Does KwikTrip have mashed potatoes?
Yeah, they
also?
do. And mac
Where
and
do
cheese
they store those?
in the chicken area usually.
In the chicken area?
Yeah, because it's always
What
like
do you?
the hot chicken is always
They
in
just
one
have
area.
a fucking chicken coop.
Do you ever think there's somebody from just a different state going, what is
What the-
Wisconsin like?
And it's owned by the cows.
I need to see Wisconsin. Sounds like a real trip.
Oh gosh. Tony said this guy should host the OKS Mechanic podcast. Yeah, he should. That'd be one. Are you going to start a podcast or what,
No,
Keegan? I thought
nobody
you were going to do
wants
one.
that.
Are you still like on the
Say
fence
that
about
one more
this?
time.
Aren't you going to start your own podcast one of these days or what?
Tell me when, buddy. We'll make it happen.
You tell
It'll
me
be a
when.
wild life, I guarantee it.
That's what it's called. Keegan's Wildlife.
The wildlife.
Life on the road with Keegan.
There you go. Something like that. I mean, it's going to be better than the one that I want to do when I retire. Just where is it now?
I don't even want to do a podcast.
Whatever happened to the Arby's down the road?
What did ever happen to Arby's?
What happened to Kmart?
What happened to Kmart?
That's the real question.
I missed their layaway.
Praying you way.
It was like the shittier version of Walmart. God,
Do you remember
Kmart
when you were
sucked.
saying you just want to have a podcast, not about
No, it was a
hunting?
shitty version of Sears.
It was the shitty version of
Sears went down hard too, but CarMax is still around. Wait, Circuit City and Sears, weren't they the same? And like CarMax was born out of those things? Maybe
It's
I'm
a
getting some-
weird baby.
Whatever happened to Circuit City? That place used to be cool. It was like the alternate Best Buy.
There was a cheaper Best Buy,
Yeah.
but a little more grungy.
You guys remember Office
I think
Max?
that's
Sold
Radio
Office
Shack now.
supplies?
Well, there's Office Depot and Office Max now. Like they're just
Radio Shack. I didn't
or Staples.
thought about Radio
You know
Shack.
how
I
hard
miss
it is
Radio
to find a
Shacks.
Radio Shack now?
Do they
I-
exist anymore?
I don't think they do.
I would just go in there as a kid and drive
Yeah,
all the remote
I've
control
seen
cars.
2 in the last 3 years.
The 80s are making a
2.
comeback, dude.
And they've all been in very random places, and they do not have anything productive to today's society.
I remember going to Radio Shack and just buying like, oh, this AC motor looks awesome. It's still sitting in the bag in my house. It's like, why did I buy this?
Did you know that Napster is still around?
Is it really?
Some company just acquired Napster. I was like, what do you mean?
Really?
What do you mean they acquired Napster?
Did
One
it come with
Did
they get in there-
trillion viruses?
Did they-
on air?
You gotta get sued.
Yeah, did they
for
get in their
using it?
DeLorean? Dude, no, so apparently they have like a bunch of like licenses with artists or record labels or something like that. And like that is their IP, intellectual property or
for
whatever.
them.
So they have all this. So someone fucking bought them to get all the rights to do, I don't know, something. Maybe they're going to take down Spotify. Maybe that's 2025 headlines. Napster came back from the dead and just overtook a spot. I don't know.
You heard it here, guys. Buy Napster stock. Eric Clark has advised.
There it
It's going to
is.
be huge.
First podcast idea. What happened to Napster?
What happened to Napster?
Apparently they just never went away. They're just kind
Or
of
they
like
bought
lingering.
one Snoop Dogg album. That's what they're looking off as making billions of dollars.
Oh, dugga dugga da. Well, this podcast is going to shit. Thanks, everybody.
Sorry,
Boy, that was a hard stop.
my bad.
Keegan, it's not you. It's me.
It's weird. I got on it, and all of a sudden it went to shit.
Oh, well, it's not your fault. You just happen to be here when it happened. It's like an actual coincidence.
It's not you, it's me.
Convenient timing. Weird.
This is the only time there's been an actual coincidence.
So let's just chat some more about middle of May. What we said, like May 16th, 17th. I think it's a weekend in the literal middle of May. So let's just plan on having you around for some fun
To the tent.
in the erected tent.
You let me know, pal.
I just did that. That was consider
be
that.
much
Consider
better
that me
than the
letting
last-
you know. Yeah.
It'd be way better than the last 3 weeks of traveling all over the South and not shooting turkeys. So
Well, I mean,
You
it
let
might
me
just
know.
be traveling the north and not shooting turkeys. I'm not sure that.
Someone will shoot a turkey.
Someone will pull the trigger. I don't know if a turkey will go down, but someone
Like
will
if we
pull
hit a
trigger.
property.
oh, if Matt's involved, we'll shoot turkey.
Oh,
Ooh, wow,
thanks,
wow,
buddy.
that's a high,
little
that's
little
high
pressure
praise.
on me now.
If we have, we'll kill them with numbers. Like if we can just surround a property, we'll get it done. Greg's gonna hit that
Red
corner.
lock
Derek's
it.
hit that corner.
It'll
We're
be
gonna wait in the
fine.
middle. We'll figure it out. Someone's gonna shoot something. It's just gonna be a decoy. Damn it. Anyway, well, Keegan, good to hear from you on the show. That's pretty neat. Sorry you waited for 11 minutes. I'm not sure what that was all about. Not on purpose. Not a coincidence.
Hey,
I mean, coincidence.
Good to hear from y'all.
Yeah.
We will see you soon, hopefully.
Yeah, make it happen, brother.
All right. Good job bleeding those brakes on your own.
Thanks.
Okay.
We'll see you at KwikTrip tomorrow morning, buddy.
He's like, the fuck do I do with this information? I'm impressed with that. That's an impressive thing. I would have had to YouTube it or call Matt. Bleeding brakes on my own. Usually I have a buddy that's like, go pump the brakes for me, pal. I'm going to get this bleeder valve open.
Yep.
I wouldn't say anything about nipples.
The bleeder valve. You call it bleeder valve instead of a nipple. But
That's what
It's
I
more
would call
fun.
it.
Let's call it a nipple.
Do people call it a bleeder nipple? That sounds fucking terrifying.
a bleeding nipple.
You've never seen a bleeding nipple?
Oh, gosh.
I got a funny story for you guys off the air.
It's usually when kids bite, your wife when they're breastfeeding.
That wasn't my story, but okay.
It's not my story.
All right. You guys have weirder stories than I have. I don't want to hear about it. Matt, where do people find you and Weathered Oaks, and how can they go buy stuff? And do you have stuff to buy, and can you ship it in time for all of the season shenanigans that are about to?
Yep, what we have left on the website, weatheredoaksgamecalls.com, is what we have for the season. We are done building calls because we like to turkey hunt. So we build all winter long, and then we're done come turkey season. We do have some stock left. It usually arrives 2 to 3 days from when you order it. give or take. UPS or USPS have been kind of weird lately, hit or miss on a couple of days, but everything we have is there. WeatheredOaksGameCalls.com, any of the socials at Weathered Oaks Game Calls, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sweet, dude. Cool. And you can find us at okshunter.com. We have turkey calls on there too.
Nice.
From Matt. You have to go to new stuff for 2025. That's where you'll find that. And I think there are 7 left.
Oh, nice.
I think because someone bought one on the internet, maybe.
And these are the OKS Hunter calls.
These are on consignment, so if people buy, I gotta pay Matt. So like, I'll keep you posted. I won't just shimmy the profits or anything weird.
Oh, that's fine.
You would never do that.
I mean, I wouldn't do it on purpose, but it could happen.
When I'm doing my
That's a
books in
fact.
August, I'm like, I'm short a couple $100.
I
10 calls.
If anyone's ever been screwed over by Eric Clark, I promise I'm not aware of it, and it was a total mistake. And you could just tell me, and I'll fix it. Like, I am not that guy, but I'm that guy. So,
Remember that $100 I borrowed you last week?
no recollection of that.
But here you go.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a podcast. Thanks for listening, and have a great week, everybody. Let's just play some music and bring her down.
Yeah.
That's the wrong song. No. This will be the one.
It's like he's playing piano.